Welcome to Guitar Vacation. Was thinking about a discussion involving your favorite albums and how your connection to those albums came to be and how that process may have changed because of the way we all consume music now. And it almost left me feeling like I may be missing out because of the attention or lack of attention to exploring new music with the ability to hit skip and just look for that instant gratification. When I bought the bulk of the music I ever purchased, I was young. And you spend 15, 20 bucks on a CD or several CDs. And when you're younger, you're probably not making a whole lot of money. You're just getting started in life and all that good stuff. And I had to have spent a very irresponsible amount of money on my CD collection. It was just something I had to have and had to pursue. And every rabbit hole you opened up involved buying different albums by different bands or different artists. And inevitably, you bought some CDs that you didn't like. I mean, there was not a method like there is now, just listening to everything before you buy it. You bought a CD with a loose idea of what you thought it was going to sound like. And some were great, and some just didn't do it for you for whatever reason. And what I remembered was some of my favorite albums that to this day are the most powerful pieces of music, if you can consider an album or a record a piece of music in and of itself. Some of my favorites that truly became my lifetime list. I didn't necessarily like it or get it the first time I listened to it, or even the first few subsequent times. Not to say that I listened to it and it was a total turn off, but it was just, it didn't give me that instant gratification when you buy something and it gets those dopamine sensors or whatever firing in the way that only music that connects with you can. And even if I didn't connect with an album when I first bought it, I kept listening to it because I'd spent a bunch of money buying albums. And by doing that, listening to CDs that I still didn't quite get because I refused to just toss them because I had skin in the game from the money I'd put into them. The cream rose to the top, and eventually, whatever the complexity was or nuance or missing piece that caused me not to immediately connect opened up new doors and fired different synapses in my brain. Maybe, I don't know, I'm not a brain scientist doctor thing but it really, thinking back, made an impression on me on how many albums were initially not my thing that grew on me over time, and how and why that process existed. And think about how we consume music now. I can't remember the last time I bought a physical piece of media. I mean, I really can't. And I'm sure all of us have purchased this and that on iTunes or whatever. But most of us are doing a lot of music streaming, and it pretty much made the whole amassing a good record collection thing a exercise in futility. But the other downside, the streaming stuff just isn't paying the artists that make this great music. And that brings up my question to myself. Am I, me and my human nature, to click next or press a button looking for that instant gratification? I don't have that process and motivation to make myself revisit things that I didn't initially like, and frankly, I don't think I do it anymore. Am I missing out? And I think if we judge by the statement I made that some of my very favorite albums were the ones that didn't click right away, the answer to that question is most definitely yes. So how is the way we consume music now how is it affecting my quest to find music I truly connect with? I think it's definitely affecting it negatively, and I would really have to put a conscious process in place to make sure that that things I check out get a second, third, fourth look. And usually when we're making a life-altering adjustment, as small as that may be, I mean, life-altering in the sense that you're changing something. You know, it's not to make yourself listen to more music. It's to, like, hey, improve my routine or my performance or my success in work or something like that. But there are so many of us out there that music is important, very important. And maybe we should consider doing something to make sure that the new way of consuming music isn't leaving treasures behind. And that was really my thoughts on that. I don't intend to start buying a bunch of audiophile gear and switching to vinyl and doing that just so I can recreate a system of that was probably not the best informed process to begin with. But I can put some mental checks and balances in to make sure that that I'm giving stuff the appropriate amount of attention to allow what could be one of my favorite new albums of all time to weave its way into my music appreciation. If anybody else has thoughts on that, feel free. Discussion's open. And I really kind of, I don't want to say feel bad but the generations that didn't have that experience, that music has always been one button press away, and before you spend any money on anything, you basically already have it and know what it sounds like. I wonder how much they miss. But I'm not missing anymore. I'm taking action in my quest to find my favorite pieces of music. Alright, I'll end it there. I'm going to do some guitar vacation while I still have some weekend left. And I encourage you to do the same. Happy guitar vacation to you all. Later.